Imagine you're about to play the violin in front of an audience. Your palms are sweaty, your heart races, and your hands tremble, making it almost impossible to hold the bow steady. This is a typical example of public task anxiety, where the fear of making mistakes or being judged intensifies physical and mental stress. Performing tasks like playing a musical instrument in public can be daunting, but evidence-based strategies can help you manage and overcome this anxiety. In the case of performing the violin, anxiety might stem from the pressure to deliver a flawless performance. Common fears include fear of judgment. What if the audience notices a wrong note? Perfectionism. I need to play every piece perfectly. Fear of failure. What if I forget a section or drop the bow? These fears activate the brain's amygdala, triggering the fight or flight response. This results in shaking, sweating, and difficulty concentrating, common symptoms of performance anxiety. When playing the violin, thorough preparation can significantly reduce anxiety. Master your repertoire. Practice each piece until it becomes second nature. Familiarity reduces the fear of forgetting. Simulate performance conditions. Practice before family or friends to acclimate to an audience. Gradually increase the size of your practice audience over time. Visualization helps mentally rehearse the experience of performing successfully. Before the performance, sit quietly and visualize yourself confidently playing the violin on stage. Imagine the sound of your music flowing effortlessly and the audience responding positively. A study in Frontiers in Psychology, 2015, found that mental rehearsal activates similar brain pathways to physical practice, enhancing performance. Imagine a violinist preparing for a recital. They sit quietly in a chair, close their eyes, and mentally rehearse their performance. They vividly picture stepping onto the stage, holding the violin and playing the first note. They imagine the sound of each note resonating perfectly, their bowing smooth and confident and their fingers moving seamlessly along the strings. They also visualize the audience's warm applause at the end of the piece. During this process, the brain activates many of the same neural pathways that would be engaged during actual physical practice. Research from Frontiers in Psychology, 2015, shows that this kind of mental rehearsal stimulates areas of the brain responsible for motor skills, such as the premotor cortex and the supplementary motor area. These areas are critical for planning and executing movements like bowing and fingering on a violin. By engaging these pathways, the violinist reinforces their muscle memory and builds confidence, even without physically playing the instrument. This mental practice complements physical rehearsals, making the brain and body better prepared for the performance. The study highlights that combining mental rehearsal with physical practice can improve precision, confidence, and overall performance. This means a steadier bow, fewer mistakes, and a more polished recital for the violinist. To steady trembling hands before a violin performance, deep breathing. Before stepping on stage, try box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and hold again for 4 seconds. This calms the nervous system. Progressive muscle relaxation, PMR. Focus on tensing and relaxing the muscles in your shoulders, arms, and hands to release tension that affects bow control. Direct your attention to the violin and the beauty of the music rather than worrying about the audience's reactions. Shift your mindset from "what if I mess up" to "how can I express the emotion of this piece?" Studies suggest focusing on the task rather than external evaluation improves performance. Performance Psychology, Journal of Applied Sports Psychology. When you think, "I might shake and ruin the performance," replace it with, "It's okay to feel nervous. It means I care about this." Even professionals make mistakes, and the audience is here to enjoy the music, not judge me. Reframing fears can prevent spiraling negative thoughts that intensify anxiety. For violinists, shaking hands can be incredibly distressing. Warm up with gentle hand exercises to reduce tension. Maintaining good posture while playing supports breath control and reduces physical strain. Stay hydrated to prevent physical symptoms like dry mouth or shakiness. If performing in front of a large audience feels overwhelming, break it into smaller steps. Start by playing alone in your practice room. Progress to playing in front of 1 or 2 trusted friends. Gradually increase the audience size until you feel more comfortable. This approach, known as gradual exposure therapy, is supported by research in behavior research and therapy from 2018, showing that repeated exposure to anxiety-provoking situations reduces fear over time. Even with preparation, nerves may arise when you step onto the stage with your violin. Here's how to handle them in real time. Acknowledge the anxiety. Recognize that nervousness is normal and temporary. Ground yourself. Feel the violin's weight in your hands and focus on the first note. Engaging your senses can bring you back to the present moment. Slow down. If you feel rushed, pause briefly before beginning. Starting at a comfortable pace sets the tone for the performance. Embrace imperfection. Remember, audiences appreciate effort and emotion more than technical perfection. If performance anxiety persists and affects your ability to enjoy playing the violin or performing other public tasks, consider the following. Therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT, can address underlying fears and help develop coping mechanisms. Beta blockers. Medications like propranolol can temporarily reduce physical symptoms like shaking and heart palpitations during high-stakes performances. Whether playing the violin on stage or giving a presentation at work, public task anxiety is a common challenge that can be managed with the right strategies. You can perform with steadier hands and a calmer mind by practicing mindfulness, reframing negative thoughts, and gradually building confidence. Remember, every performance, regardless of outcome, is a step toward growth and mastery. Even the most accomplished violinists have faced shaky moments. Each performance is an opportunity to learn, improve, and connect with your audience.